Hi friends, it's me, Miss Diane again. I'm home and today I thought that we would do something a little different. So instead of just reading a story, we're going to act it out with movements, with yoga. So I know that we've done yoga together, just a little bit. We've tried it, haven't we? We've tried some different yoga poses. Remember when we do our song? Head, shoulders, yoga pose, head, shoulders, yoga pose, yoga pose. Remember that? Do you remember the next part? Breathe in deeply through your nose. Breathe out and touch your toes, touch your toes. Yep, we haven't done that song in a while. But I decided that today we're going to read a story together, and then we're going to look for yoga poses inside the story so that we can do them together. What do you think? All right, awesome. I'm also going to show you some other things, like, for example, my very cool, who knows what this is? It's called a singing bowl. Doesn't that make a beautiful sound? Let's try it again. And if you take the mallet and you rub it around the outside of the bowl, can you hear that humming sound? That's how the bowl really sings. Pretty cool, isn't it? Maybe we'll end our story time with the singing bowl. But first, let's sit in a nice, comfortable position. I know that at school, we call this crisscross applesauce. But in yoga, if you can get your feet up here on the top of your thighs like this, you know what we call this? We call this lotus pose. Why do they call it lotus pose? Well, I'll show you. This is a picture of a lotus flower. So when you're sitting like that with your feet up on your legs, you can make yourself look like this lotus flower. Can we do that together? All right. Let me just stop our pretty music for now. Let's get into our lotus pose. Ready? So, if you stretch your legs out in front of you and then take one foot as if you're going to talk on the telephone, but instead put it right there on top of your leg. Then take your other foot, crisscross it all the way up on the top. Can you do it? I know it's tough, or maybe it's easy. It's different for everybody. It does take practice. I've been doing yoga for a really long time. And so I can sit like this I can just sit and watch TV like this. I can even get up and, no, wait, ready? Wait, no, I promise I'll show you. I can even walk like this. Woo! But I'm not going to do that today. All right, so if you can either sit crisscross applesauce or in your lotus position, then we'll get started with our story. Our story is called On Our Way Home. And the author is Sebastian Braun. Now, this is a story about a father bear and his little son. And they're walking together through the forest. While I read the story and show you the pictures, look for some possible yoga poses that we could do together. On our way home, Daddy raced me. So there's Daddy, and there's the little bear, and they're racing through the grass. Oh, look, there are two bunnies in the grass. And I won. Yay, little bear won. He made it to the edge of the creek, and there he saw a beaver, and a yellow bird, and a black bird, and a frog sitting on a lily pad. Oh, back there is a fox. We had to walk through the dark forest. With Daddy near me, I wasn't scared. You can see some other animal friends in the forest there, a deer and a rabbit. We tried to count all the golden leaves falling from the trees. That's way too many to count. But look at, there's one on Father Bear's nose. High up on the mountain, we could see forever. Have you ever been on the top of a mountain? It does feel like you could see forever. You can see the big sun in the sky there. Oh, look, the fox friend came for a visit. Down in the valley, we stopped to eat berries. Look at all the delicious red and purple berries on the bushes. Little Bear is feeding them to his father. Daddy said, "It's time to go home," but I didn't want to leave. I can see that Little Bear is having fun visiting with his forest friends. The sun was setting. It really was time to be on our way. Looks like maybe Little Bear is a little tired because Daddy's carrying him now. We ran with the clouds and our shadows ran with us. So now the sun is setting and all the shadows are getting very long. We watched the big yellow sun go down, down, down. Look at how pretty and pink the sky is. And then we saw the twinkling stars come out. And then we were home. Aww. Yep, Little Bear's sleeping for sure now. And it looks like Daddy's giving him a kiss on the head. Good night. That was a nice story, wasn't it? It was filled with beautiful pictures. So tell me, were there some yoga poses that you saw that we could possibly do from our story? I saw some. But before we start our yoga poses, we're going to start by putting our hands together in front of our hearts like this, and we're going to say the word Namaste. Let me show you that word. It's spelled like this, with a big capital letter N. Here it is. Namaste. And that word it's a greeting. You can use it to say hello, you can use it to say goodbye, but it's a nice way to start our yoga practice together. You can see that I wrote some words down here. I wrote the word rabbit, frog, mountain, sun, and stars. Do you remember seeing all of those things in our story? Do you think that we could make yoga poses for each of these different words? I do. I think we can do it together. Let's start with the first one, rabbits. Well, rabbits have big, strong legs, and they hop, don't they? So we're going to get on our legs like this, like a rabbit. And then I'm going to get down here. Whoop, maybe I'll back up a little bit so that you can see that I'm also going to make some rabbit ears. Can you do that? Can you get squat down, squat, squat, squat down, and then make some rabbit ears? Yay! This isn't a real yoga pose, but it's almost a real yoga pose, but we're going to pretend to be rabbits today. Very good. You can even keep your legs closer together if you want. Oh, there goes my cat, Tokyo. Or you could even get lower if you want and make those rabbit ears nice and tall. Woo! Very good. That was a great rabbit pose. The next pose we're going to try is, do you remember? frog. Let's try to be frogs together. It's going to be almost like being a rabbit because they have the same kind of legs, don't they? But this time, instead of putting our hands up like this, like ears, we're going to take our arms and we're going to wrap them around like this. And we're going to say, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. I know, pretty silly. Could you do that? I know, it's a little tough getting your arms around like that. And you don't have to do it the same way as me. You can just do this. Or you can do this. I look like a frog a lot right now, don't I? Especially with this green shirt on. Good job. Ribbit. What's another yoga pose we can do? Oh, here we go. We're going to try mountain. But because I don't have a lot of room here, I can't do a full mountain pose, so we're going to do a mini mountain pose. How are we going to do that? Well, let's try to just get on our knees like this. And then, there we go. And then you can take your hands and hold them way up over your head like this. So from your knees, hold up your hands like this. Let's just be mini mountains right now. Be very still and very strong because mountains are still and strong. Good job, friends. We have 2 more poses that we can try. Let's see. We're going to try the sun and then the stars. Because do you remember in our story when the daddy bear and the little bear were walking home, the sun started to go down, didn't it? Well, let's use our arms and make a big giant sun. Our legs are still crisscross applesauce, but this time we're going to be a big giant sun. And then we can make our sun go down, 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 down. Can you go all the way down? Can you touch the ground with your hands? Can you go all the way down, 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 down? Boom! There. We were the sun and we went down just like the sun went down in our story. Good job. And what was the last one? Do you remember? Oh yes, the stars. We're going to do a seated star pose, okay? So stars have 5 points, and we're going to use our head as 1 point, and one hand, and the other hand, and one foot, and the other foot, and we're just going to be, bam, a star. Can you do that with me? Stretch those arms out nice and wide. Stretch those legs nice and wide. Stretching, 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 stretching. Sit up straight. And your head up towards the ceiling. And be a bright, beautiful, shiny star. Good job. Well, that was fun. I learned some new yoga poses today. I think we made some up, but that's okay because yoga is about having fun and moving your body. So, I want to thank you for coming and watching this video today. I think that we can do this again. What do you think? Would that be fun? All right. I promised you that I would play my singing bowl for you again. Let me come a little bit closer so that you can hear it better. How about if we play a game? How about if we do this? How about if I hit the singing bowl and as you listen to it chime, you can close your eyes and then open them when you can't hear the sound anymore. I'm going to hit it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And on the 3rd time, close your eyes and just listen. And wait for the sound to stop before you open your eyes again. I'm going to be right here. I'm not going anywhere, I promise. Are you ready? Okay, 3 times. Here we go. 1. 2. Get ready to close your eyes and just listen. 3. 'Did the sound stop? You can open your eyes. That was really cool. All right, friends. Now that we're going to say goodbye, we're going to say goodbye in the yoga way. So we're going to put our hands together in front of our heart again. We're going to bow to each other and say namaste. And see you next time. Bye.